In the fast-paced world of 2024, where financial environments are always changing, efficient budgeting is more important than ever. Budgeting is a powerful tool that helps you take charge of your money, reach your financial objectives, and create a secure future. It's not simply about limiting your spending. In this video, we will explore the nuances of budgeting and provide useful tips and techniques to assist you in navigating the complexity of personal finance in 2024. Understanding the basics of budgeting. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So let's start. What is a budget? A budget is a detailed financial plan that includes revenue and spending and aids in the efficient management of finances for both individuals and families. It offers a calculated framework for reaching financial objectives, guaranteeing that every dollar is spent wisely. The two main parts of a budget are basically revenue and spending. Your principal wage is one source of income, but it's important to take into account other sources of income, including bonuses, side jobs, and investment returns. Expenses include everything from variable expenditures like food, entertainment, and discretionary spending to fixed costs like rent or mortgage payments. The importance of budgeting. With so many benefits, budgeting is a fundamental component of financial well-being. Spending tracking and management is one of its main advantages. You can make wise judgments, slash needless spending, and direct cash to areas that support your goals if you know where your money is going. Additionally, budgeting acts as a safeguard against debt growth. It assists in spotting any financial hazards so you can deal with them before they become worse. Long-term budgeting promotes resilience and financial discipline, two qualities necessary for surviving the constantly shifting financial scene. Crafting your budget. Assessing your financial situation. Analyze your present financial situation thoroughly before beginning to create a budget. Make sure you carefully record your monthly spending and create a comprehensive inventory of all sources of revenue. This covers fixed expenditures like rent or mortgage payments, utilities, insurance, and variable expenses like food, transportation, and entertainment. Determine where you can make savings without sacrificing your standard of living. Examine your purchasing habits and give necessities a higher priority than desires. Knowing where you are financially sets the stage for a reasonable and doable budget. Setting smart financial goals. Managing daily costs is just one aspect of effective budgeting. The other is achieving your goals. To establish precise financial objectives, use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Whether you seek to erase debt, save for a down payment on a house, or develop an emergency fund, these objectives give direction and inspiration. You may also methodically evaluate your progress using SMART objectives. As circumstances change, go back and adjust your objectives on a regular basis to make sure your budget still reflects your changing aims. Categorizing expenses. Organizing your spending into categories gives you a detailed picture of your financial situation. Typical categories consist of fixed expenses, essential, recurrent expenditures such as rent or mortgage payments, utilities, insurance fees, and loan payments. Variable expenses, expenses that are flexible and subject to change on a monthly basis, such as groceries, eating out, entertainment, and extra money spent. Debt payments. For long-term financial stability, setting aside a certain percentage of your income for debt repayment is essential. Savings. Give priority to saving for both long-term, like retirement, and short-term, like vacations, goals. This classification helps you get a more sophisticated knowledge of your spending patterns, which will enable you to deploy resources wisely. Creating a realistic budget. Income. Know your earnings. Making a reasonable budget requires first accurately assessing your income. Add all of your income sources, including side gigs, investments, your main work, and any passive income sources. To prevent overestimating and depending too much on money that may not come through, it's critical to estimate your income conservatively. In an employment market that is changing quickly, people can be receiving inconsistent paychecks or many sources of revenue. Stability and flexibility are ensured by developing a budget that takes these variances into consideration. Expenses. The devil is in the details. An important part of the budgeting process is making a thorough list of all of your costs. Think about apparently little expenses that may add up over time, in addition to large payments. This might involve impulsive buys, subscription services, and regular coffee runs. These days, budgeting applications and tools may automate this process by classifying transactions. Review these classifications on a regular basis to make sure they are accurate and to find areas where you may optimize or reduce expense. Budgeting tools and apps. Many applications and tools for budgeting are available in the digital age, making the task easier. Mint, eNAB, You Need a Budget, and Personal Capital are well-liked choices. These applications provide individualized advice for optimizing expenditure, automate transaction monitoring, and give you real-time insights into your financial health. Try out several tools to see which one best suits your needs and financial objectives. To improve the whole budgeting experience, a lot of these applications also include tools like goal monitoring, investment analysis, and debt payback techniques. Embracing the envelope system. What is the envelope system? The envelope system is a method of budgeting in which a fixed sum of money is deposited into actual envelopes marked for certain categories of expenditure. Spending in a category stops when an envelope is empty and doesn't resume until the next budgetary period. By establishing discipline, this approach stops expenditures in areas designated for discretion. Modernizing the envelope system. It may seem archaic to use an envelope system in the era of digital transactions. Its ideas, however, are applicable to contemporary cashless transactions. Users may now construct virtual envelopes for various expenditure categories with several budgeting applications. The envelope system's fundamental principles are preserved in this updated method, which now takes into account the move toward digital financial transactions. Strategies for debt management. Understanding debt. One prevalent aspect of personal finance is debt, which may come in many different forms, including mortgages, credit card debt, auto loans, and school loans. Effective debt management starts with knowing the different kinds of debt, their interest rates, and the conditions of repayment. A comprehensive budget needs to include a specific area set out for paying off debt. You may progressively lower your financial obligations and create a path toward more financial independence by setting aside a certain percentage of your income to pay off debts. Snowball versus avalanche method. The avalanche and snowball approaches are two well-liked debt payback plans. The snowball method is making minimal payments on higher debts while paying off the lowest bills first. The money that is released when each smaller obligation is paid off is applied to the bigger bills. The snowball approach works especially well for those who are driven by little triumphs since it offers psychological rewards and inspiration. B. Avalanche approach. On the other hand, the avalanche approach prioritizes paying off loans with the highest interest rates first. High-interest debts should be paid off first in order to reduce total interest paid over time and maybe save money. Select the approach that best suits your tastes, psychological goals, and financial circumstances. The emergency fund, your financial safety net. Importance of an emergency fund. Because life is unpredictable, unforeseen costs might come up at any moment. As a safety net for unexpected expenses like auto repairs, medical problems, or unexpected job loss, an emergency fund acts as a buffer. The emergency reserve should be enough to pay for 3 or 6 months' worth of living expenditures. Incorporating the emergency fund into your budget. Creating and keeping an emergency fund need to be a non-negotiable part of your spending plan. Consider it a regular outlay of funds. Set aside a certain sum each month for it. This methodical strategy guarantees that your financial safety net is constantly reinforced, giving you comfort during unpredictable times. Maximizing savings and investments. The role of savings. Savings are essential to reaching long-term objectives and financial security. Besides the emergency fund, set aside some money in your budget for other savings objectives. These might be long-term ambitions like housing, education, or retirement, or short-term ones like a trip or a new tech device. To maintain consistency, automate your savings. Establish automated payments to different investment or savings accounts to help you develop the habit of saving as a cornerstone of your daily financial routine. Investing for the future. Investments give the possibility for wealth development and accumulation while savings offer stability. Examine several investing possibilities in light of your financial objectives, time horizon, and risk tolerance. Modern investing options like robo-advisors, real estate, and cryptocurrencies are added to more conventional investment channels like equities and bonds. A good investing plan should be based on the notion of diversification. You reduce risk and boost return potential by distributing your assets across many asset types. Regularly assess and adjust your investment portfolio to ensure it corresponds with your developing financial goals. Adapting your budget to life changes. Life is dynamic. Your budget should be adaptable enough to adjustments since life is dynamic. A new job, a wage increase, marriage, or the birth of a child are examples of major life events that may have a big influence on your finances. Review and modify your budget on a regular basis to account for these developments and make sure your financial plan is still applicable and functional. Celebrate wins and learn from mistakes. A financial journey is characterized by both achievements and difficulties. Celebrate your accomplishments, whether they be debt payoffs, savings goals, or important financial milestones. On the other hand, see errors as chances for improvement and education. Long-term flexibility and effectiveness in your budget are guaranteed by adopting an attitude of constant improvement. Overcoming common budgeting challenges. Budgeting fatigue. Budgeting requires consistency, yet many people struggle with budgeting fatigue. Burnout may result from the repetition of keeping track of spending and conforming to budgetary restrictions. Include breaks in your budgeting process to combat this. Give yourself occasional indulgences or splurges as a reward for adhering to your budget. Regularly examine and change your budget to meet changing conditions and minimize fatigue. Social pressures and FOMO. The fear of missing out, FOMO, may put a lot of pressure on people to follow social standards around spending and expectations in the age of social media. It is vital to have an attitude that can discriminate between necessities and desires. Prioritize your finances clearly and avoid giving in to other influences that might cause you to spend money carelessly or impulsively. Conclusion. In 2024, budgeting will be more than just a tool for managing finances. It will be a way of life that gives people the ability to take charge of their lives and direct their destiny. You may confidently manage the complexity of personal finance by grasping the fundamentals, creating a realistic budget, using contemporary tools, and making adjustments for changes in your life. Making a budget is a constant process that leads to financial independence and mental tranquility rather than a one-time event. As you take charge of your money in 2024, you'll see your financial objectives turn from dreams into attainable reality. Take advantage of budgeting's benefits and set out to achieve long-term financial stability. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.